Hey, I'm Jim, and this is a special edition of the Smoked Debrief. I've got Scott Levitt. Am I right?
Yep, it's okay. Scott Levitt.
And Scott is with a beer company. What's on tap?
Hey, you got it right. Well, it's not really a beer company. It's I get that all the time. But actually what it is a beer directory. But what makes it unique is that I've got a social side of the platform. So what I'm trying to do is connect local craft breweries with drinkers. Find a beer buddy on the bar stool and have a good day.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I see you see you pretty much 2 or 3 times a day. Hollywood's on a journey from Michigan to Virginia to D.C. to Atlanta, and then I think back to Virginia. So we're just going to bullshit around, smoke a warfighter, and have some beer, and going to let Scott tell you all about his stuff.
I've not heard about Hollywood, but he seems like a legend.
he's a nut.
Well, I've had this idea for about 6 years to come up with what's on tap, and it evolved into what's on tap after 6 years. But it's a kind of a long story. I'll sum it up pretty quickly. I have had 2 tragedies in my life. I lost 2 brothers in my life, real brothers. And, one of my brothers, we used to be on the bar stool a lot. And every time I would be out, people would cheers, and I'd tap the bar for my brothers, 2 times for each brother, Chad and Ryan. Yeah. And I just, I was just sitting on the bar stool, sulking as you do when you lose somebody. I just went through a divorce. I mean, it was a typhoon. Lost my house, lost everything. It was a country song. Could have been a good country song.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on the bar stool one day, and I was talking about my first brother's loss, and met this guy, and he's just like, man, I understand what it feels like. He said, I lost my daughter and wife in a car accident. I couldn't get them out. And I'm like, ding, ding, like, get your head out your ass and start living instead of just sulking. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard losing a sibling.
You can get into a funk, and, you can listen to people, and they'll tell you, hey, you need it. But, you've got to want.
You have to. It's all about, I mean, getting kicked in the nuts, with life is a bitch. And it seems to, I take that on. It seems like it's a challenge that I take on, whether I want to or not. But it also shows that my strength of getting up. It's, getting knocked down is not a bad thing if you can get up. And if you can't get up, figure a way out.
Yeah.
And I found through the years, I've been single for now 8 years. And I found the bar stool as almost like my church, my outlet. I used to go to church a lot, but I'm not really into church anymore. I believe in God. I have my own relationship, but I felt that a bar stool is better than a pew in a church. People are more realistic. Not too much judgment. I understand you're drinking a beer or two, having some fun, but a lot of people are going there for that very reason, to talk things out. And a lot of people don't realize that. So getting back to the idea of tapping the bar twice, I came up with this T-shirt line called "Cheers to the Good Stuff," and I started selling those. And hey, let's cheers to the good things in life. Let's be all positive. That went for a while, and then I'm a graphic designer. I get bored easily, and then I created this T-shirt line called Hopster, and got that going. Was going great, and then COVID hit. Another punch in the gut.
Oh boy.
So kind of, that went away. We were going to beer fest and stuff like that, selling our merch. And then I just had this idea. I'm like, I got to take this bigger and better. So I thought of this idea. Let's create a directory for small breweries, tap houses, bottle shops. They need the help. They need the marketing. And let's meld that with, like a social platform, like a Facebook, through my one site, what'sontap.city. So it's fledgling right now. I've just relaunched it, and I'm just waiting on the domain to transfer. But right now you can go there at beerbuddy.com, which is with an I, and you can check it out. You can sign up. Beer Buddy, BEER, Buddy with an I. Yeah, I couldn't get the Y. .com. Yeah. I've heard a lot of that about those scams. Yes, I'm real excited. I'm about to launch, a real launch, go out to the breweries and start asking for some moolah. I've been doing this for about 8 months on my own. I had the ability to save some money. And ultimately, I want to be in your shoes with a podcast and take my Bronco on the road and find a local celebrity and take them to the brewery and talk to them on the way and then get into the brewery and talk to them. But I'm very excited, and I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, I think I've been talking to you, and it's always, have you started your podcast yet? And I was the same way because it's a little kind of scary.
It's really scary, and I went back to you, 8 months ago, asking about your stepfather. I mean, not your stepfather, your father-in-law.
Yeah,
and the military vet, and then he moved away on me. I'm like, dang,
yeah.
But I want it to be just positive, man. Beer is about happy things. I don't care, even if you're at a funeral, after you're always drinking a beer and cheers and the good things about what that person achieved or, what made you laugh, how stupid they were, whatever.
We're not talking about, getting commode hugging drunk.
No.
Just like a nice social, social atmosphere and, talking over and, beer is not bad.
It's been around for quite some time.
I can drink beer better than I can drink liquor.
Well,
I'm a super junior partier.
There was a movie, Landman. Do you see Landman? Mm-hmm. And the guy goes, "Yeah, I quit drinking." The bartender said, "Oh, you've had like 6 Big Lights." He goes, "You want to see a drunk?" He goes, "I'll come here tomorrow and have 6 whiskeys. Let's see who's an alcoholic." I'm gonna grab my beer. Which one should I have? Brought several. You don't really like IPAs or that, but everyone.
I'm not an IPA guy.
Everyone knows Pernicious by Wicked Weed out of Asheville. It's an IPA. They knock you.
What's that one?
This is an IPA by Pernicious.
Pernicious.
Yeah, they're out of Asheville.
Okay.
Wicked Weed is a very big brewery. I think they sold out to one of the bigger boys.
Yeah.
But it seems like most of their objectives are create this wonderful beer and then sell it to the big boys and then have the big boys sell.
I'm smoking a Warfighter Garrison with the silver band. I'm not exactly sure what the different bands signify, but so far it's pretty good smoke.
What is it? Is it a light, heavy blend?
Kind of 7.62. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Probably a Nicaraguan or something. It's not. I don't think it's a lightweight.
And I get me a buzz on when I used to smoke the heavy ones. People don't realize, man, that'll give you a light head.
Oh man, when Hollywood and I do a thing, he comes in at 8 a.m. on a Saturday, and we try to do 4 to 5.
Oh,
so that's 4 to 5 cigars, and he's buzzing along, and I'm hitting that fourth one and like, I don't know if I can.
Do you have a cot?
Let's make sure I got something sweet to drink, if I start feeling a little nauseous. So far, it's been all right.
Yeah.
The first time we did it, it was about the second time when we did a long one. And he looked at me and he said, "You going to make it, buddy?"
Did you get green?
Am I getting Chinese eyes? So kind of. So.
That reminds me of the first time I ever dipped. You ever dipped? Like
What?
Copenhagen?
Oh.
Snuff?
It made me sick as hell. So.
Oh my God. I had some when I was a kid. I worked at Winn-Dixie, and it was funny. My manager was a good old country boy down in Florida. And he's like, "You want some?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can handle that." I remember working. I don't even remember spitting. And I must have been greener than the Irish colors. I mean, I was sick as a dog. It was just horrible. Horrible. So don't do it. I don't recommend it.
When I started freshman year, when I started playing that summer, I got into freshman football, and that was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
You had to dip or chew tobacco or something. So I tried Copenhagen, and it made me sick. So I was like, let's try some. My uncle here, he always had Red Man, so I was like, I'm gonna go get some.
You
Red
went
Man.
for chew after a dip?
Yeah. It did the same thing.
We kind of wussed out, went to Skull Bandits. We play, and then I had the little packets. Yeah. Kind of like those things that are going around now. These kids are Zens. I've never had. I had one actually. I actually sat down next to a kid in Dallas. I was going to the Cowboys game, and kid's parents were both doctors, and he had Zens. So we were just talking. I said, what's your view, your parents' view on that? He said, they're awesome. He goes, it's pure salt, and it's really not bad for you. It's actually not bad for you at all. I had no idea. And he had one, and I said, I got to try it. It was like a very low dose.
Yeah. Well, it does have nicotine in it.
So. Yeah, but it's. He said that the way that they produce them, it's kind of like more all natural than it is. Yeah. I'm not condoning it or not. I don't know what they are, but they are popular. I wish I would have created them.
Yeah, that and the Juul, the
vapors.
The e-cig, yeah.
Oh my God, this society's gone to hell.
Yeah, now we got in town. There's like a Dollar General and a vape store. They're all over the place.
And if you want to go bust anyone for drugs, you probably could just hang out right there, right? Because I'm sure they got a pipe or something else in their car.
They've had the 1 gram got busted.
Those vapes, man, it's like going to Chili's and buying the fajita platter, and you want everybody in the whole restaurant to see you.
Yeah,
I mean the vape smoke is just
farts.
Yeah, like come on, man, like that vape cloud is ridiculous, and you're thinking you're sneaking it. I mean, they vape more than that. You got more smoke in a vape than you just pushed out in a cigar.
I don't mind the vaping. It's just like you're walking around. It's like, how does it smell like pina colada in here? What the hell is that?
Well, now they have weed in them.
Black ice.
Now they got weed in them.
Oh, that's
so insane. they can smoke weed in a restaurant or a bar and vape it. It's I had one thing. If it not that I'm really looking, but if the girl's vaping, it just turns me. It's just a turn off. Kind of like you must shop at Walmart every day.
Yeah, I don't. Some of those the vape. They modify them and change the voltage and like the coils and stuff. It's weird. It's like, what is it, like you couldn't afford a Mustang, so you get a vape,
and it's like this big.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna vape. Like what are you gonna play? Yeah.
Harmonicas you used to play.
Back
when you were a little kid.
This society is. I'm glad I'm not growing up in it. I have 3 kids that are, and they're handling it very well. So I'm proud of them.
So how old are you kids?
I've got a 30-year-old, a 27-year-old, and a 23-year-old. Girl, boy, girl. My daughter lives in New York. My son lives in Tampa. And my other daughter's moving back to Florida, but lives in Alabama right now. So, but they're all level-headed. You won't see them out there with the mask on protesting. Against America. Yeah. Throwing peaceful riots, right?
Yeah. They weren't upset when heard Stephen Colbert got canceled.
Oh my God. I might have done the happy dance because I won't watch. I mean, I'm old school as you. Saturday Night Live was funny back in the day.
It was.
And I just watched a clip with it's going to age. Not that I watched him because I was that age. Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
And they asked him, "You never talk on political views." He said, "I'd be an idiot to do that." He said, "I'm here to entertain people. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to make them laugh." He said, "Once you get it down that rabbit hole, you're going to lose actually half of your viewership because 50-50 is probably where we're split. I don't know what it is."
You can the old Tonight Show. I think not all of them, but a majority of them you can get on Peacock app.
Oh, can you?
Go in there and find some of the it'll tell you who the musical act was, but sometimes they won't play the music.
Yeah.
So it's just whoever.
I mean, I was just watching. Then I went to the rabbit hole down after that. Johnny Carson, and I watched Dean Martin on there and Bob Hope. Like,
oh yeah,
that was true humor, man.
The Dean Martin.
Dean Martin didn't give a shit about anything.
It's like people. There's a he's got a live album from the Sands, and when he did live performances, it was a routine. It was a comic routine,
right?
And somebody in the audience yells, "Sing a song," and he's like, "You want to hear me sing a song? You buy my album." He keeps on.
Man, he did not. He did not. I don't know how much of the acting when he was acting drunk or if he was really drunk. but there was a skit he was on Carson, and he was trashed. I mean,
Yeah.
but he was good at acting trash too, I think.
Yeah. Don Rickles was funny too.
Oh my God, Don Rickles would not be allowed to. he couldn't even. He wouldn't be even allowed. Well, these last roast. I don't know who the bald-headed guy is, but the Brady roast.
Yeah.
Oh my! I had to turn it off because I felt bad for Brady, and I don't even really.
Oh my Lord, that was great. Tony Hinchcliffe.
Is that the bald-headed guy?
No, that's
They just
can't remember
ripped
the guy's name. He's something like Jeff something or other, I think.
Where they went. I love comedy. I mean, I grew up listening to Richard Pryor and all the best, like the best. Eddie Murphy was probably. I mean, Andrew Dice Clay. It doesn't get raunchier than Andrew Dice Clay, and I love that stuff. But I felt so bad. Like Brady, he seems like too nice to handle. I mean, he asked for it, and he paid what's his face to commentate it. And Chris, was it who's a little hyper little guy who commentates with the Rock? He's the Rock sidekick, Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah,
and Kevin even goes, "Man, you paid me to do this." And when they went after him for his wife and kids, I was like,
yeah, even Kim Kardashian caught a bunch. They edited it though. Now, if you watch it again, they took that out.
Which part?
The stuff when they were talking shit about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, they did?
If you watched it live, you caught it. And I think the first few days, but evidently she got her feelings hurt. So.
You're going to get railed. I mean, you're not
to a roast.
There is no.
Why are you sitting up front?
You are going to get annihilated. You better be strong at it and know that it's not personal. It is personal, but funny.
Yeah,
but you're going to get
anybody that's in that audience. She should understand that.
I mean, I remember seeing the Justin Bieber one. They killed that kid. Like they. I mean, you're asking for it. I mean, you got to be pretty strong-hearted to ask for that.
Some of them they do. I grew up watching. The Dean Martin roast, like with Red Fox. Red Fox was probably about as dirty as it got.
Oh, him and Don Rickles. Oh, they were both so.
And now it's just they are kind of crude. Some of them, but it's still funny. I guess it's just the humor's evolved, and it has to be kind of shocking to get you to like whoa.
Well, these days everything is shock and awe. You can't watch TV or even like Netflix or anything without the. I cuss obviously, but. I know when to cuss and where to cuss. I'm not just throwing out the F-bomb everywhere I go. But now it's like if it's not in the script, it's not intense enough.
Yeah.
Or you got two gay guys kissing, it's not intense enough. And my parents are like kind of getting over like that because you don't have to be that way to make somebody feel impact.
Yeah. Oh man. Have you seen F1?
It was a awesome movie.
Yeah, that was.
It was. So well done. That movie, and Brad Pitt's just. I mean, I think
he's got better.
Yeah, I think I have a man crush on Brad Pitt because he's just so cool.
Yeah, there was one scene where it's him and Javier Bardem, and I went and saw it in IMAX with Hollywood, and I nudged him, and I said, I don't swing that way, but I'd be the meat in that sandwich.
I mean, Brad Pitt's just cool. I mean, he's 60 years old and he's just freaking ripped. I like to know his. I mean, he probably doesn't drink beer, but.
Courtney just texted. Happy Gilmore 2 is on Netflix.
Yes, yesterday it started. I've heard it's actually good. It looks like the cameos and all that. It looks like they got some great actors. I'd like to see how far they push it. Like they did back in the day. There's so much good TV now, though. I mean, I still go to movies. I still love going to the movies to get that experience.
Yeah,
but it's either like a F1 or the new, Top Gun.
It's got to be, it's got to be something
like
big.
Something big where sounds are, important.
That IMAX in Raleigh, it was pretty insane. I mean, they before it starts, they explain the IMAX experience and then the sound, and the screen is transparent when it's backlit. So they were showing you they cut the lights on behind the screen, and you could see the speaker set up. Oh, it was pretty cool.
I've never been to IMAX. I couldn't even imagine.
It's pretty neat.
I wonder when the day is when they're going to start infusing smells. Like the burning of the tire. Did they? Well, Disney, they've always done that.
Back in the, it might have been 78, 79. John Waters had a movie, and it was in Smell-O-Vision, and it had Divine, that the cross-dresser from back in the day. She was in Hairspray.
Okay.
The original Hairspray. Well, I think it was called Polyester. Was the name of the movie.
Okay.
But it was in Smell-O-Vision, and it was when I lived in Tennessee.
Smell-O-Vision?
Yeah, and it would come down like the lady Divine. It's a guy, but he's in drag, and he's walking through the house and like starts smelling something. It's like, and then the little number would flash at the bottom of the screen and to tell you, and you had a card, and you would scratch whatever the number was.
Oh my gosh!
And it would be like some really crappy perfume. And then one, I think her son like vomited or something, and I was like, yeah, I'm not
sniffing that. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. They do have the technology to do that.
Well, yeah, Disney had it probably 10 years ago. You go on the Raptor or whatever and then you get the dinosaur in your neck. And
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is awesome technology. I mean, look at the things we're seeing that we were watching as cartoons, Jetsons, and I mean, we're pretty close. Or the movies, iRobot or Predator, or not Predator, but
how old are you?
48.
Damn, I'm 10 years older than you.
Are you really?
Hell yes. I think my generation.
Did I say 48?
Yeah.
58.
Oh, he's the same age I am.
This must have got to me.
I think we're I think our generation got shit on as far as technology. It's like it skipped us. Like we immediately went from playing Pong to Call of Duty.
But we had the coolest time though.
Oh, we did.
Because we
growing
weren't
up in the 70s and 80s was the shit.
But we were outside. Like this whole thing about being outside is not BS. Like we weren't allowed inside. Nor I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sit in the house.
Come in. Don't come back home
till the lights come on.
The lights are on.
And I'm from Florida, man. I didn't want to sit inside anyways. We didn't have AC. If we did, it was a Christmas. Like what's the occasion, Dad? You got a raise?
Yeah. We lived in Lakeland. Up till I was 4.
Well, you got out good because Lakeland's not always. You got the coolest sheriff ever, though.
My brother drowned.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And he was 8 and I was 4, and then the next thing I know, we moved to Knoxville, Tennessee,
just to get out of there.
Yeah, and got rid of we had a nice boat. I remember it was just a big boat, and got rid of that. And then later on, my mom and dad got divorced and stuff. But anyway,
I'm proud of my parents. Usually the typical divorce rate is 50% when you lose a child. It's always blame, the blame game, and no one's at fault. It happens. It's life. It sucks.
Yeah.
My parents actually survived through 2 of them. They're still alive. They've been married for 65 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did you get this strength? Like, I couldn't even imagine, going through that, with 3 kids. But my ultimate goal is, not to sit on a bar stool and drink the rest of my life. I want to create a nonprofit for siblings.
Yeah.
I want to call it Sibs. And I want to have a counseling service for siblings because when you lose somebody, I mean, you're very young, but when you lose a sibling, that's probably the closest thing that you've ever been, as you grow up with. Hopefully you're close.
Yeah.
And when you lose them, losing a kid is awful. I can't even think about it. But losing my best friends that were my brothers, that we had more secrets than anything. But no one comes to us. They always go to the parents, which is justified.
Yeah.
And we end up having to help them because I was at an age.
We didn't have any of that. There was no.
There still is
no counseling or support.
There still is no counseling for siblings, which is unbelievable.
I just remember, like when I was there when it happened. We were out on the boat, and then when we were docking the boat, he jumped in the water, and he got caught up in the seaweed or muck that was around the dock, and the next thing I know, I'm getting put in the back seat of the car, and that was it. So I I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Being around him or anything like that.
Right.
And I'm sure some of it might be repressed.
Yeah, it is. I mean, my shit's shoved down.
Yeah, but it's, it's something happened. It's like, life goes on.
Unfortunately, it is. Like, thank God, that's all that's happened. I mean, I kind of came back. I was really mad at God. Like, screw you. I mean, I grew up, my whole family, we grew up in the Catholic faith, whatever. But my parents dedicated their whole life to the church and giving back and this and that. Not we weren't holy rollers. We're Catholics. We drink, whatever. But it was like, okay, God, what are you doing? He punching my dad twice, and he's a loyal guy.
Yeah.
And but it, I left for a while, and then I got back spiritually with myself and started, talking to God and stuff like that again. Because a life without, whether you're religious or not, I'm not trying to push that on anybody. I don't really care. But to live empty is pretty tough, and then you're thinking, he's that powerful. He pissed him off. I mean, I'm not saying he would do this or that, but I got 3 kids. I got to come back, man. I don't want the wrath of, vengeance and anything on me. So, life is good. I mean, we're here. We're met each other. I didn't know anything about you losing a sibling. And maybe it's meant to be that, I walked in your coffee shop.
Yes. The coffee shop, it's pretty cool. That's one of the nice things about having the shop is because the regulars, and when I had my other business, I didn't care if I pissed somebody off.
Right.
The coffee shop, totally different because it's more social than business transaction, than doing performing a job for somebody. And I enjoy it.
Right.
But it is a hard lesson for me where I was like, I don't care if I make you mad.
Right.
If you don't want to pay what my rate is, fine, go somewhere else. I don't care.
Right.
I've got enough work.
Right.
And, but the coffee shop, it's changed me, and I have to look at things a different way.
Yeah.
And I do have to watch what I say because I'm old. I'm not politically correct. So Courtney keeps me in check.
Courtney definitely, if she can keep you in check.
Yeah.
Courtney, I would go get a coffee just when Courtney's working, just to listen to Courtney.
She's funny. There's people that come in there and sit just so she roasts them.
She should be on a roast. She should be hired to roast. I mean, no pun intended. She works at a coffee shop. But I've met my actually best friend. I've never had a female friend. I met my best friend there, and I'm now living in her basement from the coffee shop. And not because
it has benefits now.
Not that I'm living in a basement because it was just worked out. I bought an RV to travel.
Nothing wrong with that.
And she's been awesome. Just been my best friend. Everyone's like, "You have a girl best friend?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, a woman." But I've never had one. She's the best friend I've ever, one of the best I've ever had. I'd put her at the top of friends that I've had since kindergarten. She'll go out. She'd kill for you. Like it's really nice to find that.
I'm fortunate. Like, I hit the lottery with Carrie because we're friends,
right?
And we dated for like 12 years before we got married. So we had our knockdown dragouts then.
Well, she's a hairstylist, dude.
Yeah.
I dated several, and they are.
Which is like a psychiatrist. So
I think the chemicals go to their head. And I love your wife to death, but she's very level-headed. I see at the coffee shop. But
she keeps me in check. So.
I think they're the craziest girls I've ever dated were hairdressers.
Yeah.
And I grew up with them, too. My best friend's sister.
She loved it, though, because she would talk to a client, and within 2 minutes, she knows that client's life story, everything about him, because she would get people will open up. I'm hoping her and Courtney will do a podcast and then have some guests on, because Carrie can get somebody to open up really quick.
I mean, that's like a good bartender. I mean, these people around this,
and she cares.
100%.
She genuinely
She's
cares.
very, very sweet. I mean, my mom's only met her. My mother made a quilt for your father, stepfather. I mean, not your stepfather, whatever.
Grandfather.
Carrie's
grandfather.
Carrie's grandfather. Yeah, he's not almost 100 years
He's
old.
100 now.
He officially made it.
Yeah,
Congratulations! Cheers.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What a nice guy. My dad was tickled when he met him. My dad was in the Navy, and when we all met at the coffee shop, they were like, it was just
he's one of a kind. He was in the war. He came home. He went to work at General Motors. He retired from General Motors, came here. He was a pastor at the Graham Nazarene Church in Graham. He retired from that and started doing maintenance for the company that owns a few of the condos over in Elon.
Okay.
So he was doing maintenance for them. And then he came, we opened up the coffee shop, and he came in and was working in the bakery and stuff. And up to maybe 6 months ago, he was still mowing yards, driving a straight drive S10 truck, hauling the lawnmower all over the place. And after he hit 100, it was just a steady decline. So he's in Michigan now.
Have you asked him about that? Like, have you asked him how you feel like when you hit 100? Was it a goal? Like, how does it change so fast, rapidly?
When it first, when he first hit 100, you could tell he was slowing down a bit.
I see him at the coffee shop all the time.
But now it's like it's a bit of dementia, and because of that, it frustrates him, which makes him angry, and he takes it out on whoever's around him.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, it's his daughter and her husband. So, but they all understand, and they have him going to a doctor in Michigan, and the doctor is communicating with him better than any doctor he's ever had.
Really?
So I think he's realizing what's going on, and he wants to come back home. I mean, his thing is he wants to come home.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to happen. It would be great.
Right.
But more than likely he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Which I hate that.
It's sad. I mean, I grew up with grandparents. The best thing in my whole life that I had my grandparents. Like, these kids these days, society, everyone wants to move away. And I get it, but you're chasing these false dreams. You're chasing the money, whatever. At the end of the day, corporate America doesn't care. No one cares. Money doesn't care. I've had it. I've lost it. I've had it. I've lost it.
Yeah.
You got to find peace of mind and like family. And I tell my kids, I said, your grandparents are getting up there, 82 and 80. I said, who knows? Knock on wood that they're here for a very long time. But once you lose them, man. Yeah. Like, you got to appreciate it.
You need to go and just sit with them for a few minutes and video it.
And I'm even bad myself. Yeah, I'm even bad. I moved up here for my parents. I moved from Sarasota, Florida to Burlington, and that was I remember sitting at Piedmont Ale House. I don't know where Piedmont is.
Yeah.
I remember visiting them, and I'm sitting at the bar. I go out one night because they go to bed early, and I'm like, I'm sitting at the bar. I'm from Florida. I'm like, if I'm ever sitting at this bar and this is my life, I'm going to hate it. Guess what I did? I chose to hate my life. I really don't hate my life. It's the best thing I ever did to move with my parents. They've been sicker more. I don't know if it's because of me. But I've been here for them for 3 years now, and I would never change it. I gave up a lot for it, but I also gained a lot.
Yeah.
More than anything, the memories I have, I could never – there's not enough money in the world that would change that.
Yeah.
And I ended up living with them for a while because my dad kept getting sick, strokes, seizures. And that enabled me to save money, actually, to live this dream, right now.
That's cool.
And that's like the ultimate pay it forward type of situation. Yeah. And people don't realize that. And, again, like I said, I've met great people up here, friends for the rest of my life, Yeah. So you got to look at, the negatives and turn them into positives. Just, everybody just sits around. I call it the water cooler mentality. You get a negative person and then you drive everybody else down.
Yeah.
And it's harder to be, it's easier to be negative than positive.
Yeah.
And
it's very easy to be negative.
I like in an environment, a work environment, like if I was self-employed, I had a negative person, they'd be gone. Like, you're not bringing the team down.
Yeah. we've had that, and it's like, Courtney, she figures out.
You do not cross Courtney.
Yeah. And she's fair. She's fair with everybody. And we've had some kids that we thought were great, and they worked for us for several years, and then all of a sudden, they're doing like a Linda Blair impersonation, throwing up on everybody and just talking all kinds of mean stuff. And, we can't have that. Because there's a vibe at that coffee shop, and we want to keep that.
That's your core. I mean, there's new ones opening all the time, trying to get in on the gig. But I mean, you guys, your diversity from age group to it's amazing. Like you got 100 years old person, literally. Yeah. I was going to buy this guy a coffee the other day. I didn't want to offend him, but he literally looked like he was probably 110 years old, and I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah. And he comes in. No one of that age goes into a coffee shop and gets coffee. but a reason why I think he does is because he wants, like a bartender, barista, whatever, to talk to him and say hello and how are you and be pleasant. And that's the thing about people in the service industry up here that I've noticed more than anywhere else. People are so negative. Yeah. Like you're there to be talked to. You're paying to be there. Be nice, like you'll get much more money and make, a better living by being nice behind a bar or a counter.
Yeah. You get those people coming in and Courtney, Courtney understands it. And, people, they do tip. If somebody comes in and you make their day, even if it's just a smile and saying hello and the customer drops a 20 or whatever in the tip jar, that means a lot to those kids behind the counter. And if those kids there's a few that don't get it just yet, but the most of them that Courtney puts on Saturday mornings and Fridays, they all get it. Yeah. And they understand. Yeah. I've got to talk to these people because if I make them feel good, that tip jar is going to get filled up. And when these people are feeling good, the staff is feeling good. Everybody's having a good time.
It's all one thing, man. It's all good. And I heard that they make good tips there for a coffee shop. I was shocked. Like just talking to the people, like you make good money tips in a coffee shop.
Courtney, like if somebody has a birthday, and Courtney's got a birthday coming up, so it's going to be a
When's
big
her
deal.
birthday?
30th
of August or this
July.
Month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we get along so well, Leos.
So anytime somebody has a birthday, Courtney will schedule them on a good day that she knows will be a good tip day, and she makes a huge deal. She makes sure every customer knows it's her birthday. So,
God!
Come on, make sure you tip. She's trying to go to college. And
your mom goes to college.
Yeah.
Does anybody know where that's from? the Napoleon Dynamite. When she's trying to sell the little jewels. I'm having another IPA out of Raleigh Brewing.
Raleigh?
Uh-oh. They have a brewing company there.
Shout out to Raleigh.
Shout out to Raleigh.
There, but we'll drink their beer.
Yeah.
So what is the what's on tap? What does that do? Like some guy comes into a bar or he's sitting at home wondering about a bar.
There's where you want to start. Okay. So my objective is say I'm traveling. Okay, we got Yelp, we've got TripAdvisor, we got all these different places, but there's no niches particular in beer. So I'm going to Asheville, and I want to know what breweries are around. I'm going to go, hopefully, go to what's on tap, and then we've got a map, and it's fledgling right now, so there's only a few, but you can go in and hopefully across the whole United States, and you can click in the area, like in North Carolina, you say you want to look at all the breweries in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And click in there, and then I send them to a website, which is within our site, which is a directory listing. Give you the ins and outs, like pictures, like what are you walking into? Because most breweries are horrible at web design. They don't really put a lot of emphasis unless you're a bigger brewery.
Yeah.
So we're offering pictures, descriptions, menu, pet-friendly, food truck, this kind of thing. So you know what you're kind of getting at, and like, oh, that's a cool vibe. I want to go there. And then you can check in. So the flip side of that is the brewery will find out by what's the value of being on Open Table. I used to work for Open Table. What's the value of being on what's on tap? These people are bringing me, new drinkers. The other side, which, it's not about the beer because there's so many apps out there and so many websites that have, I drink an IPA at 7.2. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I care about the individual that made that IPA, and I want to put butts in the seats of that person who made that IPA. So flip side of that is then they see that the drinkers are coming in through my platform, and then there's interaction, social side. People can talk to each other, member by member. So say I'm going to Florida, and I'm going to go to a brewery, and I select one. They've tagged a certain brewery that I want to go to. I can reach out and say, hey, I'm in town. Anybody going out to drink tonight? I want a drinking buddy. So no one's done.
It's like Grindr for beer joints.
Yeah, no, don't even put that. No, let's go. Hopefully more like Tinder. We should just call it beer goggles.
There you go.
Now, get your beer goggles on. Tagline. So no one's really ever cared about the drinker per se meeting up with another drinker or socially, and then we're going to add an element where they can text within their directory listing. So say let's give a shout out to Poison Ivy, is a local brewery just opened here. Say they want to send out a text to their guests that have signed in through what's on tap. They have their information. They can send out a text and say, hey, don't forget we've got live music tonight. So, we're all running around figuring out what's to do, or maybe we're going to go to another brewery.
So will it push that notification?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
that's
cool.
The ultimate. I think that's a game changer right there. Yeah. From a value added standpoint, why should I get on, what's on tap?
Yeah.
Besides all the other things I said, the check-ins, the reviews, this, that, social side of things. So, if I'm going to go to say I'm driving to another local brewery, and then Poison Ivy says, hey, we got live music tonight. Oh, crap, I forgot about that. You know how we are. We scattered. Boom, I'm turning. I'm going to Poison Ivy. So that's the ultimate vision is build my directory, have people pay me a minimal fee, but it's like the vending machine. I get 1,000 breweries on even if it's $50 a month, whatever different tiers they have, I can make a living. I'm going out drinking beer basically right off.
Yeah.
And I'm making friends. I mean, it's not a tough life.
That
if it all kicks in.
It's pretty cool. I mean, and it's beer, so there's there's beer people everywhere.
Oh, and we have 500 breweries in North Carolina alone. So if I hit, I'm going down to Florida probably next month for my birthday, but if I hit breweries all the way down to Florida and here, there's probably over 1,000 breweries from here to Florida.
Yeah.
If I can sign 100 of those, because they'll have a listing on my site, but then you can get more. Not everybody's going to get.
So it's not territorial.
It would be territorial. Like if you're going to Montana, and I have breweries out there that signed up.
Okay.
Physically, I probably didn't sign them up until 10 years down the road, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to go everywhere to make this happen.
Yeah.
But so they can go into Montana on my map, and my map's literally it's cool. And you can just go to Montana, zoom in, and you'll see the little breweries, and you click on the little breweries where you want to go, and then you can see who tagged those breweries, because you don't know anybody. If you're on the road, I mean, RV people and people that love to travel. My uncle gets on a motorcycle and literally just drives across to Sturgis. He's 65 years old. This guy will sleep under a side of the road.
Yeah.
But he knows so many people. He stays at so many people's houses, and just because who he's met. And that's kind of what I want it to be, like the RV kind of thing where you meet these people and these people do beer tours and this and that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Make kind of a really huge beer community,
Have you got anybody signed up?
No, I just finalized my site. I had a new other site.
Oh, okay.
I just finalized my site probably Thursday, and I still have those add-ons that I said, the texting and all that.
Yeah.
I'm working on that right now. But I'm comfortable now to say I can go out to Mr. ABC Brewery and say, hey, you want to join my directory?
Are you doing, are you writing all that stuff yourself?
Writing.
The algorithm?
I have a web designer.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I'm not a web designer. I'm a graphic designer, but not a web designer. But it's all custom. So all coded.
Yeah, get you some shirts that says what's on tap with a line, and then they can write it like a college.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Shirt,
yeah,
they could write write in a Sharpie what's on tap, where they're
the
at.
acronym, WOT, I want to kind of like do an explanation. Like, what's on tap also, it's kind of two-sided. Like, what's on tap? Like, what are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
But also what's on tap, the beer. I mean, that's the obvious one.
Yeah.
But, like, that would be a cool idea. Like, like 336, what's on tap type thing. But also kind of wanted to, like, what? Like WOT, like, what? The old Bud commercial.
Yeah.
What's up? What?
Yo, Dookie, pick up the phone.
Yeah, what's up? Did you see that? I just saw the other one, the sushi one. Did you ever see that one? Wasabi. I just saw that like 2 days ago.
Great commercials.
They were genius. That's when commercials were real.
Yeah.
They were good.
They had the Budweiser frogs. They were pretty
Oh
good.
my God. Budweiser, and then you had the other side, Miller Lite, all those celebrities, like, and what's his name? They all Bob Uecker.
Yeah. I must be in the front row.
He ended up being.
You're gonna have to get up. I must be in the front row.
He ended up being commentator for Milwaukee Brewers till he died.
Yeah,
he
was funny. What did he do before that? Was he a baseball player?
Yeah, I think he had the worst stats like ever. And he knew it.
Well, he still made a killing, though. God.
I mean, he was in movies. Like, he was like the Rodney Dangerfield of baseball. No respect.
That's crazy.
It is.
Oh.
I mean, just think, you say we got raw, but just think of the things we've just talked about on this podcast.
Yeah.
We had much better stories than in our music. I mean, all the things that you have, these relics, are genius, and they're coming back.
Yeah.
This is called a turntable. Yeah. I actually bought my kids one because it's funny, because I just wanted them to experience what it's like, and it's coming back. Like, they're selling records again.
It's just fun. It's
you can only.
Like I'm right now. I couldn't find my Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh,
and so I got on eBay, and oh man, there's a box set that's like $7,000. Now, it's autographed.
Before he died or after?
After. And, well, I don't know what it was. I didn't check it.
Right.
Before,
probably $500.
Like Diary of a Madman, I always look for first pressing, near mint, and those are $200 or more. It's like, oh, man, I just want to listen to it. So I might just buy a new one. Because the new ones, it's a heavier weight record.
Yeah.
So it'll last longer.
But is it digitized?
It's not. I mean, well, I've got a Def Leppard high and dry that I got, and it's a new, I think it's 180 gram, whatever.
Right.
Vinyl. I didn't know it when I got it, but it sounds so damn good, because I'm like, God, man, that's awesome for a record. And I didn't realize it was a new 180 gram record.
Right. It's funny, like, just like style or anything else, you can only go so far, and people get bored. And just like style clothes. I mean, we're wearing Pumas that were popular 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep the old retro alive, and I saw yours, and yours are badass, better than mine. But you can only go so far, and I think it's going to start impacting the social, like Facebook and that kind of thing. Because now all it's become is girls showing their ass. It's like,
well, CDs are coming back too.
It's absolutely crazy.
I think it's because you actually own it. It's a physical thing that you own, not something that you just clicked buy now on iTunes or Google Play. Or
you know what it is?
Because they can take that away.
You know what it is? It's also about opening that plastic wrapper, and opening that CD case, and going back to, man, when I first heard this, you don't get that. I mean, you get it when you listen to music, anyways. But because I started buying CDs when I had a 2010 Camaro SS, and it was like had the cassette player still trying to be retro. So I started buying CDs, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And I'm like, because it's really cool just to have that. It brings you back to when life was more real.
Cassettes are coming back too, but.
Cassettes
we need and records will wear out.
You know what we need to invest in if the cassettes are coming back in? What? Wooden pencils.
Yeah.
So we can
take up that tension.
They need to give you like 5 pencils per cassette.
Yeah. But like, what do I got? I've got face value, which is, I remember when I lived in Knoxville. We lived in these apartments in Knoxville, and our next door neighbor was an orthodontist, and he would leave town, and he would tell me, he would ask me to house sit, and he had this killer stereo, and he just happened to have that Phil Collins album,
Right.
and I would go in there, and I would, I was a stereo geek,
Right.
and I just would sit in there and listen to it, and it's just like so cool. And so just things like that, and the art, the album art, the pictures on the inside.
Yeah, the cover.
A lot of times they put the lyrics in and stuff. It's so cool. You don't get that.
No,
now.
you don't. It's just like I was in the magazine business. I owned a magazine, and they all go, "Oh, it's going away." I don't ever see it going away because the just going through it and feeling the paper and the smells and like just live, because I won't read online. Like,
do you remember Cream magazine?
Yeah,
it's still out.
I'm sure it is.
I got a subscription to it. There's a box right behind your head.
Oh, okay.
That they sent me. I think the banner's still in there. It was one of those flag old school collegiate banners.
Yeah.
But Cream was a great rock and roll. I think they're from Detroit.
Yeah.
A great rock and roll magazine.
I mean, I just couldn't wait in the mailbox for my next magazine because it's just like TV now, which is ruining us, like Netflix.
Yeah.
You used to have to wait for the next episode. Now you binge, and that show that is the best is gone. And it's like, why are you gone so fast? Like you watched 8 weeks in
I don't hate that because I can't stand commercials.
Oh, I get that.
So I love binging.
I can appreciate that side of it. But
I've been watching Alfred Hitchcock movies the past couple of weeks.
The old ones?
Old ones. Like, I will look up something on YouTube, and there's one old Alfred Hitchcock that had James Stewart in it. I think it's from 1948.
Mary, it's me.
It was called Rope, and it took place in this apartment. The whole thing, the whole action, everything is all in this apartment, and it's a damn good movie. I mean, it's insane, but it's free on YouTube to watch, and it's a great movie. Alfred Hitchcock was the king of that.
Oh my God, the birds! Remember the birds?
Yeah,
I still can remember 50 years of those black birds just attacking everyone, like scared to death.
This guy that owned the salon that Carrie worked at before she retired, he would dress up like the main character of the birds, and he had these birds stuck in his hair. He would be in a dress and the wig with the birds on it. This shit was hilarious.
Once you get into it, though, you don't realize it's aged like it is. You know?
No.
I mean, look at the slapstick comedy. It's just the best. The Three Stooges, Little Rascals. Once you dive back into it,
I watched one last night. It wasn't Alfred Hitchcock, but it was. I think it's called Women of Straw, and it had it was Sean Connery, and he was the nephew of this super rich Englishman guy who was wheelchair bound and was a straight asshole. I mean, just a mean asshole. So Sean Connery conspired with this woman that they hired to be the nurse for this old man to get in the man's good graces and marry him so he would leave her everything in his will. And Sean Connery was actually, he was having an affair with this woman.
Right.
Well, she ended up getting in the old man's will, and then the old man died. And Sean Connery, set her up, all this stuff. Like, the police are talking to her, and she's like, yes, he was doing, and he's like, I don't know what she's talking about. So, and
Sean.
But, it was so good. It was a great movie.
Talking about Sean, it's weird. I just watched an interview, not a full interview, but Barbara Walters interviewed him, and she's like, so Sean, or what her voice was, like, do you still believe it's okay to hit a woman? And he said, I'm not apologetic about it. If she deserves it, yeah. She's like this. I gave you a chance. I gave you a chance to save grace.
That used to be one of the reasons I love James Bond, because he will smack a bitch in a heartbeat, same as he would smack a man. Sometimes they need it.
James Cagney, there's like some clips where he just.
I'm just kidding. People.
I know
I'm
it's not.
kidding.
It's not okay to condone
Not okay
violence.
to hit a woman.
But they can hit us, right?
Yeah, that would be an advantage to being gay. 'Cause you could beat the shit out of that dude.
Well,
You broke my heart. I'm going to beat your ass.
You know, Eddie Murphy put it best. I can't say the word. I mean, whatever. He goes, that F could still kick your ass. You don't want to get beat up by that. Yeah. There's still a man.
Oh, Lord. What you got to do the rest of the weekend?
Not a damn thing. Just work on my site and probably go out.
I'm hoping I don't have to roast in the morning, but I might.
How long does it take to roast?
I can roast a 12-pound batch in about 13, 14 minutes.
Okay.
So I usually try to get 300, 400 pounds at a time.
How long is the roasting? I mean, what do you have to roast a week? How much coffee
Lord.
goes through you guys?
We probably go through 700-800 pounds a week.
Do you have vats? I mean, I don't understand the process of coffee roasting.
Roasting?
Yeah.
I've got these big, well, they're trash cans, industrial trash cans. And we keep the green coffee in those, and then I'll measure it out. And then it goes into
So it comes in green?
30-gallon, yeah.
Okay.
Goes in smaller. Once I roast it, it goes in smaller 30-gallon containers. And they're all, I've got all labeled for whatever roast it is. And then, I've got the cold brewer in the back. So it's a beer brewer.
What changes a dark roast to a light roast into the beans? They're the same beans, right?
Yeah, light. You're just temperature.
Just like beer.
You're not roasting it.
Like you got an ale and you got a lager. It's the same difference, high and low.
Yeah. There's a distillery here in Burlington called 710.
Yeah.
They're on Davis Street.
Downtown Burlington?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the kid. Yeah.
They're doing a coffee liquor.
Oh, are they?
With my espresso.
Oh, awesome.
We did a sample tasting a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty good.
Who's the kid who owns that? The one with the
Jesse.
tattoos in the military?
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah, nice guy.
He comes into the coffee shop and Courtney, what does she call him? Johnny Bravo, because his jawline.
I've never
all
seen
I know is a good-looking guy with a strong jawline.
I've never seen him in the coffee shop, actually. And I see him at the local bars. He was dating our bartender.
His partner at the distillery.
Yeah.
They're regulars.
Yeah, I haven't been to the distillery yet, but
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're actually looking for a larger space now.
Really?
So I guess they're outgrowing it.
Downtown Burlington could be so cool if they got it together.
It'll never be.
I grew up, I lived in Bradenton. It's ironic. Small little town of like probably 250,000, 300,000.
Yeah.
I don't even know how big Burlington is, but we had a Main Street, and I was I had my own design firm, and I'm like, man, we all need to collaborate together as one. Your marketing be cheaper. Let's make this a destination. The problem is the egos. Say there was 2 bars on one street. Yeah. Oh, he's going to take my people. I'm like, no one goes the same place. I said, more people come down with more options, and they don't people get hell-bent on their egos, which, my saying is ego is not my amigo, because it's not.
Yeah.
And you got to understand, like, it's community. Like, you got 5 destinations, the downtown Burlington, and you all collab, you're going to have more people coming down because there's variety now.
Yeah. With Burlington, they've got that downtown corp, which puts an extra tax on those businesses that are downtown. They have to pay an extra tax.
And there's no appeal to be down there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It would be if there was incentive.
Yeah, they won't do anything about the homeless. And you can look up Google crime stats. It's really bad.
And the police station's right there too.
Yeah.
And you got the homeless right there.
Yeah. It's crazy, but the thing about Burlington's downtown is it's too far away from the interstate.
Yeah.
Like Graham's Main Street is less than a mile.
Yeah. I go to Graham. I go to
it's like a quarter
Forgotten
mile.
Roads Ales. You been there? Shout out.
Yeah. Oh, Ben.
Ben is awesome.
Yeah.
He just redid his logo because he wants to do some national distribution.
Oh, cool.
So, I just asked him about it because he's got the paddles.
Yeah.
And I like, what are these paddles? And they're paddles.
ARs.
Well, that's why they're going, because I asked. And I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but so I said, what are the paddles? He says, that's when you mash, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes sense, but it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
it's still a cool logo. Good place.
Yeah. Good for him.
They got bourbon there too.
Yeah.
Large
and
variety.
Cigars.
And cigars.
Yeah. He did a Gunny's Morning Cup, which is a stout that he made with my espresso.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, it's so good, man. It's better than Guinness.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
Guinness is good, but I mean, I'm Irish. My grandmother came off the boat from Ireland, but I got to drink Guinness with Harp. I don't know if you ever had a half and half or black and tan. Half and half is with Guinness and Harp. Black and tan is with it's the English side of it, not Harp, Bass and Guinness.
Yeah.
But you pour half and half, and that's really what I can handle. Guinness is it's just too thick, just too much to drink.
I love Guinness. We used to go when I was in Germany. There was an Irish.
It's different
pub.
over.
Yeah,
in Europe.
You're getting it straight. It's from Ireland.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But there was an Irish pub in, I think it was called Wellington's, and we would go down there, and you could get the yard of Guinness.
Oh my gosh!
I would be so wasted after a couple of them. I was young, so you just flat drink some damn beer, and I loved Guinness. And when I drink, when Ben does that Gunny Stout, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Because I drank a lot of beer in Germany. There was one beer called EKU 28, which at the time was like the strongest beer in the world.
Right.
And it was like maple syrup.
Oh, my.
And I drank a couple of them.
It's almost like a porter now.
It just wasn't that good. But, man, it would knock you on your ass.
They got porters and they got, oh, my gosh. Like port wine and all that. Oh, yeah, I'm not. My brother loves every type of beer. Like, I'm more of an IPA guy.
Yeah.
But then, Confessions, if I'm going to drink for a while, it's going to be a Coors. I love the retro Coors Banquet pony bottle.
Coors Banquet and anything Ben makes.
That's what's so cool about Forgotten Roads.
Yeah, he has that.
They realize that not everybody loves, craft beer.
Yeah.
Why exclude people that love, traditional beer?
Yeah.
When you can offer, let's go retro and keep it cool. He offers that, and he offers High Life.
Yeah.
Which are two obviously retros.
The thing I don't get though is somebody likes Budweiser or something close to that, Miller. That Recruit that he has that's like the perfect example of just regular beer.
Really? I haven't had the Recruit. Yeah, I only drink really his IPAs.
Good. That's my go-to.
Oh, okay.
Unless he's just done a run of the Gunnies.
Oh, okay.
But that Recruit is real good, and it reminds me of when I first had it. It reminded me of when I snuck a sip of my dad's Budweiser back when I was little.
My dad sold Budweiser actually. I've been in the beer business. My dad sold beer for like 30 years, and I hated beer. So I thought something wrong with me.
Yeah.
They didn't put me through counseling. They didn't change my.
When you're little and you taste it, it didn't taste good.
No, I'm talking until I was like 16. I never drank in high school or anything.
Yeah.
Making up for it now, but my dad always had beer in the fridge and all that. My brothers love beer. And I'm like, what's wrong with me, man? Like, I like wine coolers.
Yeah.
So now I'm the guy I'm making fun of now.
James.
Yeah, Bartles and James. So when I first went in the military, I didn't drink beer. I was drinking like Bartles and James 4-pack.
Yeah.
And
shit, you could get Michelob cases for like $9.
I know that. Well, hear me out. After basic training, when we went to tech school, $2, $1 pitchers or whatever. I learned to love beer. It's acquired taste, but once you acquire it, there's no going back.
You know, one of the things I miss is going to Pizza Hut and ordering a pitcher of beer in one fucking mug. You can't do that shit no more. Well, I'm sorry, we can't serve just one mug. Well, bring two to the table then.
You can in a real like state like Florida. Yeah. This state, well, it's owned by the government. I mean, that's.
ABC, it's just ridiculous. North Carolina got to get their hands in everything.
The ABC is the mafia. Like what I hear and what I've seen since I moved up here. I mean, I sold beer for 6 years. It's absolutely ridiculous what these people have to go through, and then they can get rated like it's like literally like the back in the days of the Nazis came in. I was at Piedmont one night when I first moved here. 6 of these guys came in fully geared, combat geared, coming in, running, storming in. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like nervous.
ATF?
Yeah. So
crazy.
I'm sitting there, and they're going through the whole bar and through the drawers and this and that. I'm like, what? So I walk up to one of them. I said, dude, I'm from Florida. This doesn't happen. I said, this is kind of like a communist state. Like I figured, I said, I feel like it would be like if the Nazis invaded. It was so weird the power that they have, and you got to scratch off the bottles. They'll go through your dumpsters. They don't deliver. You got to go get it. And then I heard they're very particular. Like if they like one bar over another bar.
Oh, I would.
If I don't show up tomorrow, then they got me.
Yeah. It's like, if I find like a tequila or something I want and you can't get it because ABC doesn't carry it. So I call up, Nestor's in Los Angeles, say I want to order this. Just get the shit mail order. I know they're not supposed to, but they send it.
Well, of course they're going to send it because they want to make money.
Yeah.
It's just
North Carolina just.
I understand why they ran Moonshine. Like, did you ever see Lawless? One of the best movies out there. And they were running the mountains.
Yeah.
That's what's his face? Tom Hardy was the.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I understand why they ran it, but that guy, their sheriff, then is how the state of North Carolina acts with their alcohol.
Yeah, North Carolina's got to get their hands.
So no wonder you're breaking, trying to break the law.
Now the highway patrol answers only to the governor.
What? What is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I would say it's a bad thing. That's just like, little mini Hitler having his own Gestapo busting everybody.
And isn't it
Josh Stein?
Wasn't this state a red state, blue state?
Well,
is he Democrat?
It's slowly turning blue.
Yeah, it was a red state, right? Is he a Democrat or a Republican?
Democrat.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. The state's always, and now he has his own Gestapo.
Yeah, it all starts with the Mustangs. They run on vinegar and water. Highway patrolman.
Highway.
I'm a little bitter because I got stopped the other day.
Highway patrolman, I don't understand. I wanted to be a cop. I went in the military to come out to be a cop. That's all I ever wanted to be. I literally did. And I know I'd probably be dead because I'd be too nice and probably would have got shot, or I'd be like destroyed, like emotionally, just a psychopath.
Yeah,
it would have went one or two ways. But I don't understand the training, how much of a difference it's got to be city, sheriff, or asshole highway patrol. Like they are trained militant. Like it's so crazy. You're just a cop.
Kid got me for 58 and a 45.
Where?
Hanford Road.
I mean, I love cops.
It's like, what? And he stays behind. Like when he pulled me over, he stayed behind the door. So I had to like look this way to talk to him, And, as soon as he comes up, I roll the window down. My hands are on the steering wheel. I said, I have a concealed carry permit. I do not have my gun with me at this time.
Right.
And he's like, thanks for letting me know. And it's like, Jesus, could you come over here so I could see you?
So he's got to watch every move.
He's got to watch it, which I understand why, but, I wasn't going to.
Did you know they touch the back of a ar every time?
Yeah.
You know why? I mean,
It's like they leave their fingerprints.
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of military friends.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? Why go down Hanford Road anyway? I know, their stations over there.
Where is Hanford Road?
It's the road off of Maple Avenue.
Okay.
Right there where
just a
Dunkin' Donuts is at.
Tiny little
right there.
shit road?
Road from Burlington.
Everyone's going to speed on a little road like that. Like, if you're not being stupid, leave the person alone, man.
Just insane. But, I'm not saying I was speeding or not. He just popped me for 58 and a 45. So I'm in a position in my life where I can call somebody and say, I'm going to fax you this ticket. Take care of it for me because I don't want to mess with it. So
they have those lawyers up here where they can get you off on your tickets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you some numbers.
Yeah. You get it's funny. When I was in the military, I probably got pulled over 6-7 times. I always showed my ID with my license.
Yeah. Not
one ticket. I get out. I try the same thing. I'm slapped. I'm like, I already served, man. What's it different if I'm served or I'm not, or I'm serving?
I got popped one time coming from a Spartan race in Charlotte, and the sheriff's deputy, I don't know what county it was, he pulls me over, and he's like, you know how fast you're going? I was like, no, sir, I don't. And I was muddy as hell. I had mud all over me. And he says, where are you coming from? I said, I was just running a Spartan race for Operation Enduring Warrior. And he's like, well, I'm going to let you go with a warning, but you need to slow down. I said, yes, sir.
Oh, because
So
he must have been ex-military or respected the military.
Something. Oh,
talk about military be another whole podcast.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole. Veterans.
Well, we've hit an hour and 14 minutes.
Wow,
that's a pretty good time frame
Yeah.
for an episode. So make sure you check out what's on tap. It'll be coming
City.
out. Dot what?
Dot city is the website.
What's
Dot city instead of com.
Oh, okay.
What's on tap? Dot city. Yes.
So check that out. And if you have a brewery, hit it up and get on there. You know, get some.
We need
get some
drinkers and
advertising.
breweries. That's the only way this community is going to grow.
Yeah.
So awesome. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man. It's been
What
fun.
a great talk. I can't believe an hour passed that quick.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Y'all have a good evening. We appreciate you. And this is it for the Smoked Debrief